Yeah, well, the second phase is the continuation of the first phase. And what we have seen is that we have been continuing, both in terms of economic development, also as far as the strengthening of the political institutions, democratic, of course, political institutions are concerned. In terms of economic development, countries opened up now more, and is seen as such, to foreign investment. For example, we have companies that are working in mines, that are investing in forestry to produce pulp, and as well as in other areas of industry. In terms of political strengthening, our situation is that our decentralization program is going on well, both at the municipal level as well as at rural development as such. What that means, it means that beyond the fact that they are given resources to work with, they are the ones who decide how to make use of these resources. And in rural areas, situation is changing, and it's changing fast and quite fast. To make sure that this process continues as such, Mozambicans must be able, beyond being hard workers, must be able to adopt and use new technologies. That's why education, especially in the area of technical training, is a key issue for the work that is being done. So we are spreading in the whole country that part of education as a guarantee that changes that are taking place are indigenous. Well, one is to continue to have a macro economy in terms of management, continuing the path that we are taking. You know that with the situation in the world, our currency also suffers the impact of that. It has depreciated a little bit. So we have to appreciate it again to the levels, not necessarily to be stronger, because that could affect our exports. But we must keep that inflation is in one digit, and we must make sure also that our currency is strong enough and respected enough in the country, but also that can work with others without big problems. First of all, Mozambicans are smiling, and this is very important from the human point of view. If you go to any city in Mozambique or any area, they believe that you are a friend. Even if you're not an investor, they smile at you. They treat you as a friend. Secondly, the process of bureaucracy is lessening more and more. Of course, it's something that will take longer, but today it's easier. And in cases we target investments. If we need some sort of investment, government ministers, they themselves get involved in trying to attract that investment to Mozambique, say that we need that investment. It is important. And because of that, we are seeing that there are many more investments coming in. But of course, we need to go beyond that again, so that our institutions work easily with investment. For example, you know that we have CPI. CPI is an organization that aims at attracting more and more investment. Yes. So this CPI is being refurbished so that it can respond to the new demands. We have the challenges that are being put by the mega projects. For example, if we talk about coal, coal is somewhere 600 kilometers away from the port of Beira, or almost 1,000 kilometers away from the port of Nacala. Infrastructures are not yet as strong as we would like them to. We have the railway, but the railway must be able to carry more cargo than it does today. We have the ports, but the ports need to be able to handle more cargo than it does today. In certain cases, you need to do some more dredging so that you can have bigger ports and have economy of scale. So challenges is how to make sure that the system of logistics works properly so that it can cope with an increasing production of coal in the country. That's one example. The second example that we can have is in forestry. We are having investments from companies from Norway, from Finland, from Brazil, from Portugal. All of them want to continue to produce, or they want to produce timber so that they can be used later for pulp. So it is starting. So it's moving. That means that the country will be changing fast in rural areas as a result of that. But the areas, as we were talking, besides those, I'm talking about mega projects, that we are badly in need is the area of small and medium projects. As a result of the fact that we have food that must be processed, we must be able to trade easily so that products do not suffer in terms of transaction costs due to whatever reasons. And also we have, of course, tourism. Tourism is an attractive area. People are investing in building hotels, etc. That's why we can see in many areas in Mozambique now construction is something that is coming up fast. And construction material production also is another area that's coming quite fast. We are here. We are here in Spain. You know, we have what we can call traditional allies in this struggle for our development. Spain is one of those countries. I remember a long time ago, you know, that I was Minister of Transport. We used to work with RENF here to make sure that our infrastructures in terms of railways are properly repaired. Of course, we had many problems. We had a war at that moment, so it could not develop as we would like to do. We have with Spain strong cooperation in area of fishing. Particularly the fishing industry in Mozambique was developed with Spain cooperation. So we expect, of course, to go beyond that. We expect that in the industry of processing agricultural products, that also will go. But I think that even in the area of infrastructures, for example, you have such big companies here with a lot of experience. Why can't they join in with the other companies there to build roads, dams? We're having now problems with floods. In order to counter that, we need dams also to be built. But of course, we expect that the interest will be there. You will say that, well, but how do you finance that? First, goodwill, and then other things will come. As the man who gave an important and unforgettable contribution in the fight for development in Mozambique.